So these are the late stages. You can see the vulva is swollen. You can see the teats, you know, swollen. So, you know, the whelp is imminent. And we're going to start taking her temperature. She's still in good spirit. Bambi! 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 She's, you'll always be able to tell when a bitch is about to give birth. They act very differently. They're a lot more clingy. Of course, not all dogs will dig up, and she's stretching out. The contractions, I've noticed the contractions, you know, start, but don't think that because there are different types of contractions. There are contractions that I believe when all the pups are sort of lining up, and you'll see them sort of stretching and scratching themselves. Frequent urination, restlessness, these are all signs. You know, sniffing around like that is also a very close sign. And you'll smell a plug. You know, there is a plug that basically, there's a discharge that occurs, you know, a few days before the whelp is due. So I think in the next 20, well, let's say in the next 3 days. And it's quite nice to know that, you know, one does artificial insemination and one was able to get it right. So, yeah, I guess you can use that kit confidently now. I'm quite proud. Beautiful girl. Hello, darling. Beautiful. So, the whelping area is ready. And yeah, we got all the milk and stuff in, so it's all good. I really need to clear out the rest of this garden. Okay, for those of you that have watched a lot of my clips, you know, you'll see me go through the same preparation. We've got baby wipes here, we've got thermometer, very important. We want to start taking the temperature. We've got bottles there to help feed the bitch. Bounty is always brilliant. We've got Nutralac there ready. And the stopwatch. Basically, when the whelp starts, you can sort of time in between each birth, so you can note that down as well. Why is this important? You've got to be very careful with this advice. You know, there's a golden rule that really, if your bitch hasn't passed anything within an hour, there's a problem. I don't believe in this rule. I believe that you got the two horns, and I believe that there's a great time lapse when one side is empty. I can't say for sure whether it's one side at a time or one puppy from each side. I couldn't scientifically answer that. However, I do know that obstructions obviously will cause delay, and you know, when you start running to 3-4 hours without a pup being passed, especially in the early stages, then I would be concerned. You know, after a series of pups and it gets slower, you know, fine. I mean, Trixie was a good example. She was popping pups every sort of 15 minutes or even quicker than that. Then she slowed down. So you can time that and sort of note when each puppy comes out. So that's what we have set up ready. I'm just going to go and take a temperature now. I just want to talk about the thermometers. I mean, a digital thermometer is very good, but using one with a flexi tip, and they're only they're under £5, so have this available. Very important, especially if you're not at home all the time. Okay, so the countdown has started. 37.5. Significant temperature drop. This is not significant enough. 36 point something to 36. Some bitches could even go down to 35.9. This is a significant drop. When we look at that significant drop, we know within 24 hours the pups are due. So we know now we're in the home stretch. Once the temperature starts to go this low, it will fluctuate. And you've got to clean the end of this. You can't just leave it like this, you know. You've got an option to use baby wipes, which are just there, or you could just put it in your mouth and clean it that way. Your call. Whatever makes your life easier. Whatever makes your life easier. Funny talking about this. I was on the internet, as you are, minding my own business, and all of a sudden, all this porn starts up. You know, I had nothing to do with searching for it. And fuck me, there's something called scatting. Oh my God. You know what, I'll say no more. Scatting. Go and have a look at it. There's some sick people out there. Honestly, mad fuckers, mate. Honestly, maybe I'm just old school, but lying down and having someone shit on me ain't gonna happen. Not in a fucking month of Sundays. Anyway, catch you guys later. Come on, down you go. Come on. Down you go. Let's see your stomach. Okay, so she's had her final wash already. You can see the nipples are nice and full, nice and clean. Just wipe them down. You don't want to use anything that potentially can cause harm to the puppy. So, you know, a bit of salt water is fine. You know, but she's not dirty. She doesn't need any, you know, special cleaning. One thing I wanted to show you, when we keep talking about the pug, she might not allow me to do this because she's quite sensitive at the moment. Good girl. You can start to see signs of the plug. Good girl. She's a bit restless. Good girl. You'll see your bitch becoming restless. More and more restless. So, yeah, the time is drawing very near. It's a heavy panting that you wanna look. When a dog's in labour, it's very obvious. Very obvious. Swollen vulva, and there's like a milky discharge. No, Bambi, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Not yet, love. You poor thing. Beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. You want to show the viewers something, Bambi? Can I? Thank you, love. Can I? Just for the viewers. Just for the viewers. Thank you. Can you see that? Good girl, Bambi. Let me show the viewers. Oh, what a darling. Can you see that plug? Did you? Bambi, good girl. Let me try and get a good shot for you. I don't know if you've seen that, but yeah, there is a discharge there. I think she's going to be very possessive. There are some bitches that will be very possessive of pups. I didn't use aggressive. I said possessive of her pups. I can sense that. I think she'll be very proactive as well. There's a lot of natural motherliness, if there's such a word, with her. Really excited myself. It's nice, you know, to you know, have her as a young pup, and you know, now, you know, she's getting ready to be a mum. It's a really amazing thing, really. Doesn't matter how many times you do it, it's always special. It is for me anyway. It's interesting, you can see again, like Trixie. I think she's showing more than Trixie. But, you know, you can see again that, you know, the pregnancies aren't massively obvious. It'd be interesting to see how many pups she's got. Right, so this is a big load of chicken carcasses, you know, for my dogs. You know, I get all these, oh Ben, you use dry kibble, what about the bath diet? You know, not blowing my own trumpet, I know a fucking lot about dogs, and even I'm not comfortable in balancing a bath diet. You know, using kibble is one thing, using a bath diet is another thing. Not giving your dog meat is another thing. I mean, which thing are we talking about? The kibble, in my experience, to the average home, a good quality kibble, like Iams, you know, like Wainwright, which is, you know, as natural as you can get when it comes to kibble, with meat is a perfect remedy. And you'll see how my dogs turn out. It's a perfect remedy. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So yeah, just go and feed the dogs now with some of this meat. Loads of this shit. As you can see what the time is. It's 5:35. This breeding game, you've got to be dedicated. You know, it pisses me off when I hear some fucking wankery shit. Your puppies are expensive. You try doing this shit, wanker. Anyway, the time is nigh. So I've seen some promising signs at about 2-3 a.m. So we're gonna have a look at them. We are nearly there. She's quite big. There's already discharge from her nipples, where the colostrum is. It's just a waiting game now. So I think we're on the home stretch now. Definitely. Poor thing. Mia next door has been here every minute. I'm like, Mia, she hasn't had her pups yet. I remember as a child, right, girls. I was just talking about you.
Can we come now?
Do you know what? Give it another 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah, and then you can come.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Oh, yeah, we've got your camera, by the way.
You got it, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, bye. See you in 20 minutes. Yeah, as I was saying, they're so excited, and well, I mean, I can't say I'm very excited, but I can imagine the type of excitement they have is very different, because it's all new. You know, it's all new. Because I can remember the first time I saw a litter being born. I mean, the excitement was. Anyway, you all know that I'm quite passionate. So, history in the making. Look at that. Full set of teats. There's already milk dispersing from there. You can see how swollen the vulva is, you know, and there's discharge there as well. You know, I don't know if we can get in any closer. So, just let her walk around. Nice and clean feet. The interesting thing is, with all the litters that I've had, I've never actually been there at the precise moment. I'm always minutes late, all the time, you know. I'm so vigilant, and I think that due to my high level of vigilance, sod's law, you know, it's when you just turn a blind eye, it happens. You know, you go back in for a coffee, or I'm sleeping and I've got the CCTV, and all of a sudden I look up and I just see like a little splurge on the floor. She's quite barky. Very good guard dog. Yeah, she's not messing about at the moment. Obviously she's distressed. And like any good mother, is at the state of high alert. Because this potentially, for wild dogs, it is a potentially dangerous time. for a minute. We've got the 3 musketeers now. There was only these 2 before and this young lady. And now we have a 3rd recruit. You girls are best buddies.
Hey, camera.
All right. We gotta be quiet though.
I'm famous. Oh my god.
Right. So she hasn't started having her pups yet. The girls have just come to say hi in advance. We mustn't stress her out. She's a bit stressy at the moment. She doesn't do that. She doesn't normally bark at you, does she? Yeah. Don't stress her out too much. So this is Dad. This is Kido. Do you know Kido's come all the way from the Czech Republic?
Oh, he's running his toe.
Oh no! Come on, Kido. Come on, don't go in there. This is just ridiculous, isn't it? The size of this dog. The size of this dog is absolutely ridiculous. Fucking hell. Oh my god. What is this? This is an animal. Fucking hell. Oh my lord. There's even so far I can zoom in before I end up cutting his either his feet or top of his head off. Look at the head on that. This dog is not even 1.5 yet. Fucking hell. So he's quite well trained. He's quite well trained.
Yeah.
Call Kido. He should listen to you.
I'm scared.
This is the stability of the old DDR dogs. Don't jump up. But he's quite good. He's not jumping up at you, really, is he?
Really?
Well, your dad will be happy to know. So no little boys will be coming to check you. I'm gonna leave Abu in your house then.
No.
Good boy.
Wow. A flying twig. Oh, he's got it as well. He had a really big stick.
Abu, you got a little fan club here.
Oh, God. Wait. Oh! This is great. I feel that bed.
Hey, you have to go for a wee. So does he.
You don't give him the camera. You hold him.
All right, go and say hello to the dog. You come round. Go and say hello to him then. Go on, ladies. Come on.
What are you doing now? You guys coming up.
Abu, there are ladies in the house. You got to show a bit more manners.
I'm scared.
Right?
He's gonna squish me.
It's amazing how big he is in comparison to you.
He's stroking me. I'm scared of him.
He won't. Go on, stroke him. Seriously, he
It's
won't.
like he's gonna bite you when you pet him. He's just playing.
You know, one thing I'll tell you though. I mean, obviously, you never come here and you never promise me you never come here and play with this dog when I'm not home. Mia, you never come and play with this dog when I'm not home.
I know.
You know.
He's trying to bite me.
He doesn't. But I will tell you something, girls. If you're ever in the park and there's a dog that comes up to you, never turn your back on the dog.
Okay.
I never wave your arms. You know, there's something called prey drive, and if you turn your back, it incites a hunting mentality. You know, so most of the time they're just curious. Not all of the time. Most of the time.
He's licking my toes. Ew! No!
He likes cheese, so you must have cheesy toes.
In case he bites me if you go to show him. Don't. Yeah. Don't turn your back. I'll hurt you. That's quite impossible.
But it's interesting also to say, because in some training, turning your back is also ignoring. Oi. Pack that in. Now sit. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Good boy. So he's, you know. He
comes up to you, it scares me. Try to shake his head up now. He looks like he's
stand next to him. Let me see where he comes up to you. This is. Oh my goodness, this is so funny.
My toes, don't lick my toes.
Your dad.
Stroke his head. Stroke it, he's gonna bite. Stroke his head. Ow!
So you guys been watching Bambi?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
It's been exciting, but
Yeah.
we just really want it to happen.
I know, me as well.
Because we're all getting annoyed because I've got to come around like every day. I'm just around the corner somewhere.
Yesterday I wasn't allowed rounds, and then yesterday I was bringing her up like every 10 seconds. Like, did she hit him?
Is she? Yeah, I'm gonna reset the camera for you properly so you can see it.
It goes with fucking.
I know. You know that camera? I've had that camera for nearly.
It works.
It does work. It does. No joke. I've had that camera for nearly 10 years.
But it was really funny. She literally stuck her head in it.
In the camera.
And we saw her nose.
Down, like,
Does she have bogies in them?
They were black and white. So some go over there.
Come here, Abu. Come on. I think, you know, my purpose of showing this really is just to show that, you know, the breed is pretty balanced. Hey, how you doing, darling? You all right?
Boo's out. Boo!
are we allowed to come in?
Yeah, absolutely. Come in.
Boo's here.
In it?
He's bigger than you.
How you doing, love?
I'm fine, thank you.
Got to stroke his head. He scares me.
Oh, God. Whoa!
Wheels like this.
You know what? It's really interesting looking at you now because I remember the first clip I did with you and your little sister. You were tiny. You're a grown woman now.
What?
Oi, Beer. What? Sorry?
What dog?
It's Bully Kutta. Do you have any dogs? Hey, oi, behave yourself. So do you think your dad's gonna let you have one of these on your sofa?
I hope so.
You got a hard job. You got a hard job there.
Get off.
Oi, come on, Abu.
It's there.
Abu, come. Abu,
Look at them. Go away.
Abu. He's molting as well. Come on, Abu. Abu. You gotta be a gentleman. First of all, you were weeing. But he's pretty big though, isn't he? Who would you say was bigger, him or Fritz? By far. It's quite considerable, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at that.
Crazy, isn't it?
I'm watching it.
Stop. Stop it.
She's got slime all over her car.
Oh no, come on.
Look,
Let me see. Come on. Okay, so we are there. Defendex, I keep banging on about this. It's just fantastic, especially now the hot weather is here. You know, to prevent sort of fleas and ticks and you know, scabies, mange, especially in America. I mean, sometimes I watch these, you know, Houston Rescue or whatever it is, Phoenix, and the mange out there is shocking. Americans, this stuff is very, very good for mange. We're very lucky in the UK that, you know, you'd have to be very rural to have an issue with mange. Again, you know, if your dog's pregnant, what can you do if they have fleas and ticks? I mean, first of all, you should have stayed on top of it by using either Frontline or using something like this. What you can do is, when I send out the Defendex and the Derma Ionics, I also send out little bottles like this, so you can actually make a little solution and you can just spray it along the back of the dog. The best way is to wash them. I mean, obviously you can see I've got sort of trees and woodland behind me, which is, you know, ideal not to have any neighbours behind me. However, those areas harbour ticks, fleas, etc. So I think today is D-Day, and she's had a wash. She's getting ready. So I'm just, it's a nice hot day, so you can actually let her dry naturally. I think she's had enough, basically. I mean, it's been quite a straightforward pregnancy for her. So yeah, I washed her in the Defendex. I cannot tell you how wonderful this stuff is. Another way that you can stay on top of fleas, which is going to quite surprise you, and this is very good for, is actually to use garlic. You can, after washing with Defendex, you can have sort of garlic. You can put a clove. Come on, get your words out. A clove of garlic. Interesting. What's going on here? Yeah, it's about to start. You can see the licking of the vulva. There's been discharge since about 5 a.m. Yeah, you can put a clove of garlic in their food. It's very, very good. Garlic is a real repellent, a natural repellent for fleas. In fact, garlic, as delicious as it is, it's also a repellent for women. I don't care how handsome you are, you go clubbing with garlic breath, you will be going home alone. So, it seems to work on fleas as well. Hello, darling. She's getting uncomfortable now. Poor thing. You can see how it brings their coat out really nice as well. So when I had ovcharkas, it was very unlikely, because of their type of coat, they would ever get fleas and ticks. So, if you've got breeds like St. Bernards and Newfoundlands and stuff like that, it's that long coat and the double coat is protective. It's very difficult for the ticks and the fleas to find their way in. So she's getting ready. I'm going to put her back in a run now. Good girl. Can you see the vulva? Let me just see, not to disturb her too much. You can see it's extended now. So she's getting ready to have the pups. Okay, so no matter what you think you see, no matter what, scratching you hear, groans you hear, this temperature indicator is absolutely what you're looking for. And it's all about vigilance. I wake up at 3 a.m. and take a temperature because I need to know. I'm not always around, and I can't just be around all the time. I mean, I have very good help. Elaine from next door, and even little Mia. Now that she's on midterm, she's got the CCTV in her room actually, so she keeps an eye on her, and it's a very good learning curve for a young person to be able to have that type of responsibility. The 36.7 is the drop. Shall I say the significant temperature drop? A bitch's temperature is about 38 any dog is actually healthy, normal situation, about 38.1 to 38.3. I've always talked about this. I believe during pregnancy, they fluctuate between 37.5 to 37.9. I think that, again, I am so absolute about this. I haven't got any scientific backup. Or maybe there is and I haven't been able to resource it, but from all the bitches that I've bred, I've noticed this drop in temperature, body temperature. But this 36.7 is a significant drop, and it may drop a little bit more, but now that within the next 12 hours, you will have pups. The only thing that I think is very random is how some bitches drop in temperature very periodically. I'm talking about within a matter of minutes to 2 minutes, and then the temperature starts to rise again. And you think, am I tired? But that's what happens. And they start to give birth. within a matter of hours. And some bitches steadily drop, like Bambi has been steadily dropping to 37.5, then back up, then to 37.2. Now, in the 36s is where I know something's going to happen. You'll start to see the flashing on the stomach, etc. But yeah, so finally we are on the home straight. Okay, so we're getting very close now. Can you see the contractions? You'll be quite surprised by what I'm going to say, but this is the first time in all the litters I've had I've actually been able to capture the very first instance of the birth. You know, with all my, oh, there we go. Look at that. That's beautiful. Good girl. Wow, that was lucky. I brought her in just seconds ago. Fantastic. It's been a long old wait. So let her do her thing. White pup is you know, I suspected. Good girl. Good girl, come on. Good girl. Come on. Break the sack. What a beauty. What a beauty. What a beauty. Don't do anything like that. Good. I'm gonna give her a hand. It's the first time she's been mum. You know, you got to watch it. You don't know how any dog's going to react. You know, so I'm just going to put this down and help out. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing a beautiful puppy, the first pup. She's doing very well. Just have to be a bit careful. She's a bit overzealous. Bambi, good girl. You know, sometimes you'll be very surprised by accident. You know, when they're eating the umbilical cord, they could damage the puppy, or even eat the puppy as part of the umbilical cord. She shows really good motherly instinct, which could be potentially too much. Yeah, first pup. Good girl. So the next thing is let her clean up with the pup. We've got the puppy starter kit here ready, just in case we need it. As more pups come, we'll move her out the way because her digging is vigorous. So it's quite nice for me, in a way. I mean, obviously it's always nice to have a litter, but to be able to actually see it happen. You know, I know it sounds crazy that, come on Ben, how come you've never actually seen the... I've never... Did you see that? Did you see what she was doing with the... She wants to pick the puppy up, and you got to just watch her. You got to just watch her. And if you see her getting... You correct her immediately. She's gentle. Look at that, she was just picking the puppy up. She'll be a good mum. She just needs to settle. So, unfortunately, my tripod, this camera doesn't work with my tripod, so... Bambi. Look at that. Beautiful or what? Right, I'm just gonna iodine the belly and get ready for the next ones. Say hello to the second pup born, which is a lovely male. Very, very strong, very energetic. It's nice not to be doing, look at her stomach, still full, you know. She's actually a very involved mum. So that's a male. So you can see a heat pad, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an old towel, t-shirt on that. You can use newspaper as well actually, and the pups that are born, I'll be putting them in there because clearly we're going to have quite a big litter. And one of the reasons you do that, first of all, is you can feed some of the pups that are waiting with the Nutralac to give them strength. I mean, these can latch on to the teats, but what's going to happen is I want to form a teat rotation, and you do that really by having some pups sleep while others feed. So I break their hunger cycle by feeding them. Also keeps them nice and strong while the bitch is, you know, restless, moving them all about the place. Remember, puppies can't, you know, regulate their own body temperature. So you've seen, well, some of you have seen most of this before, but yeah. So I'll start moving the pups out of the way now. So this is the third pup. Beautiful pure white male, like his dad. Can you see the head profiles? I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you one of the things that's put me off this breed. And I know a lot of people look at it and they say, can you bear with me? Let me just find something here. Just bear with me. This is a Super Sufi Saint at Pooch DVD. This man has been convicted of dog fighting. Don't trust a word he says or tries what he says or tries to due to low IQ. I see. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I'm laughing, but this type of shit really pisses me off. There is another one. The clip on artificial insemination. That's how Ben was produced. Ha 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 ha. This dude here. Okay? You know, you think of all the hours. I mean, look at the time now. Okay? Yeah? And I've got a full-time job. And here I am, you know, doing this. It's entertaining for some. It's educational for some. And some people will get, you know, puppies, you know, from it, and it's disheartening. You know, you have to muster up, you have to muster up encouragement, you know. So yeah, it's I've never had it before until I got involved in this breed. Is it worth it? I ask myself. Well, when you see things like this, it is. Jealousy is a terrible disease, and it will consume you. You know. So, anyway, I'm gonna ask a favor. I don't usually ask favors, but for those that could do me a favor, I'm far too busy to respond to this guy. I would like you to aggressively bombard this motherfucker. Any of those that that care about Pooch, that support Pooch, please give this cunt some of his own medicine. I would greatly appreciate it. I look forward to going to his page shortly and just seeing an absolute deluge of insults because he's a bastard. I don't even know the individual, you know. Crazy. Anyway, thanking you in advance for your gangbanging. darling. When do you know you got a great breeding at hand? First of all, obviously, when you got healthy puppies, but then within minutes of being born, they're able to suckle. You know, this male is beautiful. So, they're straight on the colostrum right now. Straight on the colostrum, feeding. They're not even half an hour into the birth yet. So, great. So, this is the 4th pup, nice and healthy. The stomach is still very full. So we're now 11:30. So this is me. Some of my garden chairs that's soaking wet. It's raining today. That's what I'm kipping on. Oh, happy days. So all the pups are coming out very healthy. No need for, so far, for puppy starter. And the Nutralac we haven't mixed up yet, but we will be mixing up. So I'm just going to help her clean now. The more involved I get, the more energy she's going to have to continue. Because look, you know, stomach is still massive. You know, massive. Her stomach is still like it hasn't gone down. So it's going to be a huge litter. So as you can see, this puppy here is the type of puppy that we're going to need the puppy starter kit for. You know, it is still alive, but we're going to give the puppy starter kit and re-dry and re-present it with the mum. You know, I keep banging on about this stuff, telling you guys, you know, if you have pups that come out, these are big pups, you can see the pup almost has a purple tinge to it. You know, and I do think these pups are 24 hours or 48 hours over. I really think so. Just hold on to them. So I'm just gonna get it going again. Can you see how amazing the stuff is? After just a few drops, look at the puppy. Look. Amazing stuff. You know, you can get this on my website. I give you guys great tips, but still people just ignore the tips. So that's within seconds. Look at that. It's got a fighting chance now. So this type of pup, you would dry it up and leave it on the heat pad for a little bit. Let this, you know, let it regain its strength, you know, and then it can go back with the others. And the others are all just doing so well. So well. They all need a clean again. While she's giving birth, she's so clean, so hygienic. Right, it's now almost 12 o'clock. Pups are feeding and doing well. And I think we got another pup coming. So I'm going to close that opening in a minute. Look at the head on that. Good girl. I tell you, I'm so amazed about how brilliant she is at whelping. You know, this is the latest pup that's just come out, and she's cleaned it up. It came out with a massive umbilical cord, and she also gives them a little pick up by the neck to get them breathing. I'll have to film it. I mean, I was I was nodding off, so I was slow with the camera. But it's just fantastic. These are feeding so well. Such a natural breed, you know. Really no worries whatsoever. I'm going to pick up in a minute and finish off all the drying. Obviously, all this will be changed when we finish. Wow, good girl, good girl, good girl. Well done. It's fantastic. So that's a 5th puppy. I wonder what it is. I'll find out in a minute. Good girl. What a beautiful puppy. Can you see how well she's doing? Umbilical cord clean properly. Good girl. I want to make her a drink in a minute. It's fantastic. So we have a beautiful male. Look at the size of their heads. You know. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love the eye patches. Right, okay, so this is Nutralac. Again, you get this from the Push DVD website. I'm just taking 2 scoops. Like that. And I'm just going to add some water to it. It mixes so easily. Add some water to it like so. Yeah. It's a bit hot actually. This is for the bitch. It makes it so easy. This is just to give her some energy. Don't want to give too much. So just put it down like so for her. Good girl. And she'll just drink that like that. Plenty of liquid in her. See all the pups now. You can see now I've now set up the heat lamp. It isn't cold per se, but pups don't regulate their own body temperature. So what I'm just doing is just keeping them as dry as possible. Let me just turn this tap off. So yeah, It's all good. I'm surprised how energetic I am. Fucking hell. 2 a.m. Not good. So, she's, you know, had something to drink. She's important. Let her finish all of that, and then just back off. I'll be turning off the lights, and this light will be her only light, and I'll be sat back on that. Good girl. And you know, another thing you can do is just some special treat biscuits. When you take the bowl away, good girl. There you go, darling. Give her some biscuits like that. Just to give her some energy. Because dogs obviously don't want to eat too much. And I think nature sort of, you know, does it that way. They get obviously a lot of nutrition from the afterbirth, which is fine, and that's it. And now, basically, I'm not sure how well this camera would. Wow, this camera is really good. It all looks pretty messy at the moment, but when she finishes, we'll clean up. You can see, you know, these are just hours old, and they're feeding. Here's another tub of Nutralac. Still plenty of pups in there, plenty of pups. So 5 so far. Very good mother. She's better than Trixie. I mean, Trixie was good, but she's really good. Very attentive. Right. Yeah, there's still quite a few pups in there. I think minimum there's another 4 in there, but probably another 6 or 7. Right, 7 in the morning. We have 6 pups and another on its way. It's surprising actually with this breed how really close to nature they are, because there's very, very little discharge. And why do I say that's close to nature? I believe that's close to nature because the more discharge, the more probable predators can sniff it out. Very little bleeding. We're just about to have the 7th pup. Good girl. So another tip for you, obviously she's drinking the milk very well, you just can't keep giving her milk. Obviously meat is good, but I'm always cautious giving meat when they're birthing, because you know, you just don't want them to mistake, you know, the afterbirth, the puppy, the meat, you know, it's all meat in a way. So yeah, I avoid giving meat at this point. But what you can do is get your kibble, and they have a natural desire to clean. So if you occasionally place just a few bits, not loads, they will, as they're mopping up, they will eat it. I'd also say, I mean, again, I haven't got any scientific proof on it, but the afterbirth that's pups, I say the pups that dogs, the bitches eat, I would in a domestic environment actually prevent the consumption of that. My theory is I believe that afterbirth has an anti-appetite stimulant in it, because it really does amaze me how all of a sudden after birth, even though she's having to feed pups and things like that, and it's most bitches, and it'd be nice to get a response from others what they think. I believe that afterbirth has an appetite suppressant in it, and when they eat loads of it, it does give them some sustenance, but it also suppresses the appetite. And I think in nature this would be wise, because obviously what you don't want is when there's very, very young puppies like that, a massive hunger sensation, which potentially leads to pups being abandoned. Now, you know, young pups being abandoned like that, there's all sorts of negatives. This is, you know, a theory, you know, and it'd be interesting to see what other people think, you know. So a diplomatic, sensible point of view from all would be appreciated. Why do you think, you know, a bitch would go off her food so drastically? And can I also say, just adding some physical support to my claim, when I have stopped bitches from eating placenta, guess what? They've continued to eat, in my experience. I'm so tired, it's not even funny. We started here yesterday, and we're here this morning. So we started there yesterday, and then we're here this morning. There last night, here this morning. There last night, here this morning. There last night, here this morning. I should be on the X Factor. Damn it, Wonder Boy. Right. So plenty of milk for her, and keep her well hydrated. So there's 7 pups all in all. She's very, very protective of the pups. This is the last one to be born. So here they are. All doing very well. And she's whelped these pups pretty much by herself, really. You know. So, stomach is empty. All after birth out. And you've got to be very careful at this moment. I mean, she's got such natural maternal instinct that she could easily snap at you. Very, very easily snap at you. So you've got to be very, 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 very careful. I'm going to try and lead her out. And I'd rather she keeps this protective instinct. You can look at this pup here. So we'll be able to separate males from females in a minute. Good girl. That can actually go off now in the daytime, so you don't overheat the pups. Nice haul. So artificial insemination does work, as we can see. Look at how beautiful. Good girl. Good girl. So let's have a look. This is a pure white puppy. This is a male. So we've got one male. I'm going to change their bedding tomorrow. And here is another beautiful puppy. This also is another male. So that's two males. Very, very strong. As you can see. This is such a beautiful male again. Beautiful male. Look at that. That is actually, I mean, can you see the head profiles in this? You know, all those, there's mum. She's going to do anything to come in. So that's three males. This is a female. Let her in a minute. So that's one female. Two. This is another male. And this is another female. Come on, darling. I'll let her in now. You've got to be very careful at the moment. Good girl. Good girl. Let her straight to her pups and let her settle. So from my count we have 4 males. Four males and 3 females. Beautiful. Abu, come here. Abu, come here. Abu, up you get. You're a dad. You're a dad. Abu, you're a dad. You're a dad. You're a dad. Good boy. Don't scare your pups. These pups are going to be absolutely fantastic. Good milk production. All pups are happy. So I'm very happy with this. I'll leave her till tomorrow to bleed out. Who knows, maybe there's still one more in there. That'd be crazy if there was. But you know, her stomach still looks quite big. Can you see how she mothers these? You know, she picks them up. In fact, when they were born, she was picking their head up, and I thought this is not good. But what she was trying to do was to get them to open their mouths. If I didn't know any better, I would say that this bitch was still having pups. That would be the longest birth ever. So she looks all grimy. There's no point trying to. Good girl. So I'll just wait till tomorrow to change all this. So there we are. See how nice and plump these puppies are. Wow. Wow, wowee. Simply amazing. Really beautiful colours. Well, I think it's fair to say it was a success. Let's just pray that all pups remain healthy and feed well. It's difficult watching her do that, and I've got to stay, yeah. You can't always just immediately intervene because she's also, you know, you're not going to be there to watch her all the time. So it's amazing looking at some of them, and you just know, you know, you're not even 24 hours old. You see, one of the good things about when you get involved, you can form a teat rotation. So you can see you've got 4 pups here under the heat lamp that are fast asleep, 4 stomachs, and now here you've got other pups feeding. So good system. So it means that by the time they finish feeding, they will fall asleep, and these lot will go. And the cycle continues. You see the fantastic suction with this puppy. It's just a picture of health. You know, you can really see that there is just no concern. You know, you can hear them tucking away. Great. Great litter.